In Movies and Money, a box office smash for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. That film exploded onto the big screen by hauling in $181 million in its opening weekend. Our film critic is here. You were not wild about this movie, Erik, but financially, where do you think it will land?
As remarkable as it might seem with that high of a number, the Black Panther sequel had just the 8th best opening for a Marvel film, and yet still had the 13th best opening of all time. Now, if that doesn't show you the power of the Marvel brand, what will? Granted, the final analysis concerns when or if it will recoup its $250 million budget, and all signs right now point to an inevitability rather than a nail-biter. Word of mouth is certainly going to be interesting to follow, but there is a considerable lack of challengers that will be opening between now and the release of the new Avatar film to think other than Black Panther leading the box office for 5 straight weeks. Unless Disney's animated Strange World over Thanksgiving turns out to be a big family outing, it is still probably going to need 45 to 50 million minimum to best Black Panther's 5-day haul over the holiday.
Here's a quick preview of Disney's Strange World.
Whoa! What kind of airship is that?
I've never seen anything like it! Baby Clade! What is the president doing in our front yard?
Our entire world is in grave danger. I want you to come with me on an expedition.
I'm not my father.
Erik, you put together a list of more films heading to the box office for the holidays. What films could be box office hits?
Absolutely, Angie. And you can't start this list without obviously addressing Avatar: The Way of Water, which will finally be making his debut 13 years after James Cameron ruled the box office for a second time after his record-breaking Titanic. The director, who was once jokingly recommended to stay away from the water in Albert Brooks' film The Muse, is launching his special effects epic on December 16th. And the question has been whether or not the original film has retained a cultural footprint in our collective memories to be the kind of blockbuster Disney expects it to be. A lot of people, including myself, believe Avatar to be Cameron's weakest effort overall, but there's still no way I am going to miss a new James Cameron film in the theater, and we've been taught time and time again not to bet against the guy. From Terminator 2 through Titanic and Avatar, he makes the most expensive film ever made, and audiences continue to show up and make it the biggest film of the year. At the very least, I believe it will best Black Panther and be the biggest film of the season, though the film will probably lead the box office through the end of December and possibly all of January. I don't expect it is going to have the same kind of allegiance as Top Gun: Maverick did, which will probably retain its crown.
With Avatar and Black Panther leading the way, what are some runner-ups?
Well, there are 2 family films probably eyeing that bronze this season. One of them is the Disney sci-fi offering Strange World that I mentioned earlier, which is opening at Thanksgiving. Now, seeing as how they had such middling success with Lightyear back in the summer, I'm not sure if a wacky sci-fi adventure is going to be a huge one either. I feel more confident in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish opening on December 21st, just as kids are going on Christmas vacation. The sequel to the spin-off from the Shrek series has name recognition, and though the original came up just short of $150 million back in 2011, it may not take much more than $100 million to take 3rd place. Another film I will look out for is the Whitney Houston biopic, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And I think those 5 films, though I just mentioned, will lead the way into 2023, and we'll talk about some of films that may fill the bottom half of the top 10 in the coming weeks.
Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.